Hey everyone, and welcome back to English Voices, the podcast that helps you practice speaking English in a natural, everyday way.
Today's episode is perfect for intermediate learners, so if that's you, you're in the right place. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jamie. We're so glad you're here with us. Leo, how was your day? Was it a busy one?
A little bit. I was working on some new lessons this morning and had a long call with a student, but I'm really happy to be here just chatting with you now.
Same here. I've had way too much screen time today, so it feels good to just sit back, relax, and talk with you and all our amazing listeners.
Exactly. It feels like we're all just hanging out in the same room together.
Okay, so before we dive in, we wanted to ask you for a quick favor.
Yes, it's just one small click for you, but it means the world to us. If you enjoy learning with our podcast, please take a second to like this episode and subscribe to the channel. It helps more learners discover English voices.
And we would be so thrilled if you left a comment too. Even one simple sentence is wonderful. You could just tell us your name and where you're from.
Yeah, we genuinely love getting to know our listeners. Plus, when you write a comment, it's like a mini workout for your English skills. Your brain has to find the right words and put them together. It makes your English stronger.
So even if you feel a bit shy, give it a try. One short sentence is great practice. All right, let's get into today's topic.
Today, we're going to help you with something that's really important but can sometimes feel a bit scary: how to talk about yourself in English.
So many learners tell us they can answer simple questions like, where are you from? Or what do you do? But as soon as someone says, so tell me about yourself, their mind just goes blank.
Yes, suddenly your mind is either completely empty or way too full of ideas. So in this episode, we're going to give you a simple structure and lots of different sentence options to choose from.
We'll also share our own full introductions at the end to give you some real-life examples. We'll break it down step by step, showing you different ways to talk about each part of your life so you can pick what feels most natural for you.
Exactly, step by step. But first, let's talk about why this skill is so important. It's crucial because you use it in so many situations. When you meet a new classmate, a new colleague, a teacher, or even an online friend, they often say, "Tell me about yourself."
And it's not just in daily life. It's also in job interviews, language classes, or when you're traveling. I remember joining a language exchange event once. We all sat in a big circle, and the host said, okay, let's go around and have everyone introduce themselves in English.
Oh, I can feel the pressure just thinking about it. Everyone is looking at you, waiting for your turn.
Yes, my turn was approaching like a slow motion train. In my head, I was just repeating, my name is Chloe, I'm from Canada, I'm a teacher. Over and over.
And then your brain decided to do something completely different, right?
Totally. When all eyes were on me, my mind went empty. I just said, hi, I'm Chloe. I have a cat.
Having a cat is a great fact. At least it's memorable.
True. Everyone laughed in a friendly way, so it was fine. But on the inside, I knew I could have said so much more if I just had a simple, clear script prepared in my head.
I completely understand that feeling. I had a similar moment on a flight once. The man sitting next to me was really friendly, and he asked, "So, what's your story? Tell me about yourself." And suddenly, my brain felt like a crowded room with my job, my hobbies, my family, and my favorite kind of pizza all shouting at the same time.
So all the ideas just swirled together into one big, confusing cloud.
Exactly, a very noisy cloud. My answer was all over the place. I felt like I was jumping from one topic to another without any logic. After that flight, I realized I needed a short, prepared way to talk about myself, something calm and organized.
That's why we say your self-introduction is like your personal elevator pitch. When you know what you're going to say, you feel much calmer and more confident. And remember, you don't need perfect English. You just need clear, simple sentences that you can rely on, even when you're a bit nervous.
Now, before we start building this introduction, it's helpful to remember that there are three common situations for introductions: informal, semi-formal, and formal. Informal is for relaxed settings like chatting with friends, classmates, or someone you meet at a party.
Yeah, when you're just hanging out, no one expects a long, serious speech. Semi-formal is when it's friendly but has a professional side, like at a work conference, a networking event, or meeting new colleagues for the first time.
Right. People are smiling, but you still want to sound polite and put together. And formal is for official situations, like a job interview or a meeting with a high-level manager. In those moments, your words are more careful and polite. The key is to feel the situation and then choose your style.
Exactly. If you're on a comfortable sofa with a new friend, you probably wouldn't say, "Good afternoon. It is a distinct pleasure to make your acquaintance." That would sound a bit like a robot.
And in a job interview, starting with, "Hey, what's up?" is probably not the best first impression. So pay attention to the atmosphere and then choose how you want to present yourself.
Let's start with the very first part, the greeting. For more serious, formal moments, you can use simple, clean phrases like hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening.
For semi-formal situations like meeting new workmates, you could say, "Hi there," or even just a friendly "morning" as a short version of "good morning."
And for informal situations with friends or people your age, you can use hi, hey, or hey there. Choose something that feels natural for you. If you never say yo in your own language, maybe don't start with it in English. It might not sound like you.
That's great advice. My tip is to pick one greeting you like and just practice it. For example, "Hi, it's nice to meet you." It's simple, friendly, and easy to remember.
After your greeting comes your name. You can keep it super simple. I'm Chloe, or my name is Leo. You can also combine it with the greeting. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Chloe.
In a formal setting, I might say, "Hello, my name is Leo Jones. It's a pleasure to meet you." But in most cases, "Hey, I'm Leo" works perfectly. So your first mini script is just, "Hi, I'm your name. Nice to meet you."
Now let's add the next layer, where you're from and where you live. You can start simply with I'm from country, like I'm from Brazil or I'm from Turkey.
If you want to add your city, you can say, "I'm from Sao Paulo in Brazil," or "I'm from Delhi in India." Sometimes where you were born and where you live now are different. In that case, you can say, "I'm originally from Poland, but now I live in Berlin." Or, "I was born in a small town in England, but I've been living in Madrid for the past 3 years."
But if that feels too complicated, don't worry. You can just say, I'm from Poland and I live in Berlin. The goal is just to give the other person a small, friendly map of your life.
After your name and location, people almost always ask, "What do you do?" You can answer with, "I work as a" job title, like, "I work as an English teacher," or "I work as a nurse."
You can also mention the industry you're in. For example, I work in education, I work in sales, or I work in marketing. And if you're not working right now, you can say, I'm a student, I'm studying computer science at university.
Next up, people might ask about your family or living situation. You can answer very simply, "I live with my parents," or "I live with my husband and our 2 children." If you live alone, you can say, "I live by myself in a small apartment."
If you live with friends, you could say, I share an apartment with a friend from college. And if they ask about siblings, you can say, I have one older brother, or I'm an only child. Remember, you don't have to share any deep family secrets. Just a simple picture of your life is perfect.
Now for the fun part, your hobbies and what you do in your free time. This is what really shows your personality. You can start with, "In my free time, I like reading," or "When I have some spare time, I enjoy cooking."
You can also use phrases like, I'm really into music, I love playing the guitar, or I'm a big fan of football. Sharing a hobby gives the other person an easy way to continue the conversation.
Exactly. They can ask, "Oh, what kind of music do you play?" Another great tip is to share one thing you like and one thing you don't. It makes you sound more human. For example, "I love cats and pasta, but I'm not a big fan of waking up early."
That sounds very real. Those little details bring your introduction to life. Okay, let's move on to your future plans or goals. This often comes up when people ask, why are you learning English? You can start with, in the future, I'd like to, or my main goal is to.
For example, "My goal is to speak English more confidently so I can use it at work," or "In the future, I'd like to travel more and visit different countries." That one sentence shows your motivation.
So now we have all these pieces: greeting, name, location, work, family, hobbies, and goals. You can choose just a few to build your own mini introduction. Let's try a simple version. Listen to this. Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm from Canada, and I live in a city called Halifax. I work as a podcast host. In my free time, I like watching old movies and walking my cat.
Wait, you walk your cat?
Yes, he has a little leash and everything.
That's amazing. See? A memorable detail. Okay, my turn for a simple version. Hello, my name is Leo. I'm from the UK, but I currently live in Madrid, Spain. I work as an English teacher and content creator. I share an apartment with a friend from university. In my spare time, I'm really into fitness, so I go to the gym a lot, and I also love playing video games and watching football with friends. In the future, I'd like to create more online courses to help learners everywhere, and maybe live in another new country for a year or two.
So now you know us a little better too. Okay, so what can you do today after listening? Step 1, choose one simple sentence for each key part: your name, where you're from, what you do, and one hobby.
Step 2, say your new introduction out loud. Practice it in front of the mirror or while you're doing the dishes. Step 3, write it in the comments below this episode. When you write it down, your brain processes it more deeply. It's fantastic practice.
Yes, he has a little harness and leash and everything. He loves exploring the park.
That's amazing. See? A memorable, unique detail. Okay, now, as promised, here are our own full, more detailed introductions.
I'll go first. My name is Chloe. I'm originally from a small town in Canada, but I've been living in Berlin, Germany for about 5 years now. I absolutely love the creative energy of the city. I work as an English coach and a podcast host. I live with my partner and our very adventurous cat, Jasper, in a cozy little apartment. In my free time, I'm a huge film buff, so I love watching old black and white films. I also enjoy reading novels and going for long walks to explore different neighborhoods with a good coffee in hand. My big goal for the future is to continue helping more students feel truly confident when they speak English, and hopefully to travel more while working online.
That gives such a rich, wonderful picture of your life. Okay, here's mine. My name is Leo. I'm from a small town in the UK, but I currently live in the vibrant city of Madrid, Spain. I work as an English teacher and a content creator. I share a flat with a good friend from university. In my free time, I'm really passionate about fitness, so I go to the gym most days. I'm also a big nerd, so I love playing video games with friends online and watching football on the weekends. Looking to the future, I'd like to create more in-depth online courses to help learners all over the world, and my personal dream is to maybe live in another new country, perhaps somewhere in Asia, for a year or two.
So now you know us a little better too. Okay, so what can you do today after listening to this episode? Step 1, choose one simple sentence for each key part: your name, where you're from, what you do, and one hobby you're passionate about.
Step 2, say your new introduction out loud. Don't just think it, speak it. Practice it in front of the mirror, record a voice note on your phone, or just say it while you're doing the dishes. Step 3, write it in the comments section below this episode. When you write it down, your brain processes and remembers it on a much deeper level. It's truly fantastic practice.
All right, let's slowly wrap up for today. Our question for you is, can you introduce yourself in a few sentences in the comments? You can use the simple formulas we practiced today. Please don't worry about it being perfect. The goal is to be clear, friendly, and confident.
If this episode was helpful for you, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and maybe even share it with a friend who's also practicing their English introductions. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us today.
We are genuinely proud of you for investing this time in your English journey. This was English Voices with Chloe and Leo. Take care, keep practicing, and go talk about yourself with confidence.
Bye, everyone.
All right, let's slowly wrap up for today. Our question for you is, can you introduce yourself in 2 or 3 sentences in the comments? You can use the simple formula we practiced. Don't worry about it being perfect, just be clear and friendly.
If this episode was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and maybe share it with a friend who's also practicing their English introductions. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
We're really proud of you for investing in your English. This was English Voices with Chloe and Leo. Take care, keep practicing, and talk about yourself with confidence.
Bye, everyone.